went mining from GPU, CPU to GPU to then the ASIC mining.
Right.
Then everything changed. I remember me and one of my friend Kenneth. We bought a Bitcoin miner, a professional Bitcoin miner from Butterfly Labs. At that
Like a company that was operating.
At that time, it was the only one, the biggest and only manufacturer of Bitcoin hardware. And I remember we paid 32 Bitcoins for a 60 gigahertz mining rig. I think today we are talking petahertz or Terra or whatever. Yeah. So at that point, we actually you could make a good amount of Bitcoin mining with a graphic card, CPU or GPU. But when the chip mining came, everything changed. Yeah. But I think the most beautiful about it, and that's also when people are talking about these new computers and stuff that are going to disrupt crypto and blockchain and stuff like this. Yeah, but the time when you went from CPU to GPU, it was also 100,000 times, and when we went to the ASIC miners, it was also 100,000 times faster.
Right.
But the network just adapted. So more power you put into the network, then the difficulty just raises.
Right.
And that's like the algorithm of the blockchain. So even if you have like a ridiculous amount of money and you can go and buy all kind of hardware.
Supercomputer.
Yeah, supercomputers. The system will just adapt. So at that point when we got the machine, I think it was pre-ordered, and 5 months later we actually got the machine. I remember the first thing we did, we were like, oh, the package is arrived. So we went and got the package, and when we opened it, it
like
was
shaking.
It was like, ooh, never saw anything. It was so perfect made.
This is a gold mine.
Yeah, it was like when we made the mining machines, the mining rig. It was just wood and the screws and stuff like this. Just to hold it. This was like a perfect product,
right?
With logo and everything was just perfect, and the power supply should be actually a less more power consumption than normally computers, because they actually made something nice about it. And we were like, I know Kenneth, he plugged it in to start it, and then it just said, and then there came black or gray technical smoke out of it. It was like, and he just started crying. Because it was just like, oh no, what did we do? So we figured out that we actually had to pull out some slip to get it started. So they actually everything was working. So we actually burned the power supply, but it was only the power supply. So we then put a normal computer power supply on it and stuff like this and get it working. But at the time when it was too old, it had made like 5.5 Bitcoins, because everyone was getting the machines at the same time, and we were like batch 1 and 2,
right?
And there came like 1,000 of these machines. So the difficulty in the network just skyrocketed. So
damn.
I think it was one of the baddest investments I ever done. But later then we
next to Mt. Gox maybe.
Yeah, Mt. Gox was also not the best, but it was actually not my investment or my idea that I'm going to lose Bitcoin. But here we actually made a
conscious choice.
Yeah, we thought it was a really smart choice that using 32 Bitcoins to buy this beautiful machine.
And only get 5 in return.